All right, welcome. Today we're going to break down Lean Six Sigma. Now, this is a really powerful methodology that's designed to improve, well, just about any process you can think of, from building a car to making your own daily routine a little smoother. So let's dive in and see how it manages to combine speed and quality to get some pretty remarkable results.
We've all been here, right? You're so focused on just getting the job done, you're so deep in the current process that you completely miss a much better way of doing it. This cartoon just nails that feeling, you know? Pushing these heavy square wheels when the round ones are sitting right there, ready to go.
So, how do we actually find those round wheels? Well, the answer is Lean Six Sigma. It's a methodology that brilliantly combines two really powerful ideas. You've got the speed of lean, and you've got the super tight quality control of Six Sigma.
Okay, so let's break that down a little. Think of it this way. On one hand, you've got lean. Lean is all about speed. It's obsessed with cutting out waste, trimming the fat, and just making processes as efficient as they can possibly be. Then on the other hand, you have Six Sigma, and that is laser focused on quality and precision. Its whole goal is to hunt down and eliminate defects by solving problems at their source. So when you put them together, you really do get the best of both worlds. Lean is what makes your process faster, and Six Sigma is what makes your final product, your output, better. It's this incredible synergy that leads to not just being more efficient, but getting consistent, high-quality results every single time.
And the engine that really powers this whole thing, it's a 5-step data-driven cycle, and it's called DMAIC. That's DMAIC, and it stands for Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control. Let's walk through what that actually means.
Okay, so let's kick things off with the first two steps: define and measure. This whole phase is about one thing: getting a crystal clear picture of where you are right now before you even think about making a single change. So first you define the problem, and this is crucial. You do it from the customer's point of view. What's the actual issue they're facing? What are we trying to achieve here? Then you measure the current process. And look, this isn't about feelings or guesswork. It's about collecting cold, hard data to create a baseline so you know exactly how big the problem really is. All right, so once you've got all that data, it is time to put on your detective hat. We're now in the analyze phase, and this is all about digging deep to find the real root cause of the problem, not just patching up the symptoms you see on the surface. And a fantastic place to start your investigation is by looking for what Lean calls the 8 wastes. These are just super common sources of inefficiency. Things like defects that force you to do rework, or unnecessary motion, people walking around too much, or even just time spent waiting for the next step. Every single one of these is a clue, an opportunity to make things better. You know, a classic tool for this kind of detective work is the 5 whys technique. And this famous example with the Washington Monument is just perfect. So the problem was the monument's stone was crumbling. Okay, why? Well, because they were using harsh chemicals to clean it. Why were they using harsh chemicals? To clean up all the bird droppings. Okay, why were there so many birds? Because they were attracted to all the spiders. Why were there so many spiders? Because they were eating all the gnats. And finally, why were there so many gnats? Because they were attracted to the monument's lights at dusk. By asking why just 5 times, they found the real root cause wasn't the birds or the cleaning, it was the lights. How brilliant is that? So once you finally nail down that root cause, like the gnats at the monument, it's time to move on to the final 2 steps: improve and control. This is where you actually fix the problem and, just as importantly, make sure it stays fixed. The improve phase is exactly what it sounds like. You brainstorm solutions, you test them, and you implement a fix that directly addresses that root cause. But then comes the control phase, and you can't skip this. This is all about putting systems in place, creating a new standard, and monitoring it so that the old problem doesn't just slowly creep back in over time. A really clever way to do this involves mistake-proofing the process. There's a Japanese term for this, poka-yoke, and it's all about designing the new process so it's just hard or even impossible to mess up. Take a look at this trash can design. It literally makes it impossible to throw the tray away by accident. Simple, but super effective. So, after all this work, the defining, the measuring, the analyzing, what's the end goal here? What does that Six Sigma level of quality actually mean? What does it look like in the real world? Well, statistically, it means your process is so dialed in, so well controlled, that it produces no more than 3.4 defects for every 1 million opportunities. Just think about that for a second.
You make a million things and you have less than 4 mistakes. That is an absolutely incredible standard for quality.
Let me put that another way for you. A Six Sigma process is one that works correctly 99.9997% of the time. We are talking about a level of performance that is, for all intents and purposes, practically perfect. So let's wrap this up with the key takeaways. What's the bottom line here? Well, Lean Six Sigma isn't just some toolkit for managers to use. It's really about empowering everyone in an organization to be a problem solver. It gives the whole team a common language and a set of data-driven tools to get to the real root cause of problems and, most importantly, to make improvements that actually last.
And the cool thing is, because this framework is so flexible, you can apply it to almost anything, from a huge factory floor to, just making your morning coffee. So I'll leave you with a thought to chew on. What's one small process, just one little thing in your own daily life that you could make just a little bit better tomorrow?